San Luis Obispo is located only 17 miles from the Pacific Ocean and decorated with such gorgeous beaches as Shell Beach, Pismo Beach, and Avila Beach. The usually picture-perfect sunny enclaves are harbingers for fog and cold weather in the wintertime and make for a chilly environment all around. Dressed only in black jeans and a dark blue silk shirt, Rachel was very cold. She was also nearly 2 miles away from her comfortable white wooden house, located on the dead-end Gerda Street. Rachel took a left on Higueras Street and walked another half-mile. At this time of night it was not crowded. Had she walked out an hour earlier, she would have encountered several stragglers from the weekly farmers' market. The market is a gathering of hundreds of revelers who enjoy shopping for fruits and vegetables, reading informative brochures from political-minded organizations and several non-profit groups, eating barbecue ribs and brisket sandwiches from an outdoor smoker, catching a live puppet show, and dancing to the strains of a new musical group every week. The internationally known gathering takes over this area of downtown for the evening and keeps it well populated. By the time Rachel left the flats, the market had already dispersed. The streets were almost empty. Rachel passed the downtown center, the local mini-mall. She eventually came to Oso Street, where she took a right and headed east. Rachel walked along the sidewalk, past several well-kept Victorian-style homes, and past a few apartment complexes. She headed toward familiar territory, the Jennifer Street Bridge, an intriguing structure that had only gone up earlier that year. Its intentional rust-colored exterior loomed over the local train tracks like some kind of manic erector set, but it served a useful purpose, especially for Rachel. The bridge crossed over the railroad tracks in front of the restored Amtrak station and allowed pedestrians and bicyclists to cross over into the Jennifer Street neighborhood, Rachel's neighborhood. Rachel had no reason to be scared as she walked home. She was almost to the halfway point to her 3-bedroom house nestled in the southeastern section of the neighborhood. There was only one semi-large task for Rachel: crossing the Jennifer Street Bridge. The Jennifer Street Bridge is an ominous structure, even in the daylight, with its hulking rusted exterior and a maze of stairs, handicap ramps, and railings, not to mention the poor lighting. When you climb the 58 stairs to reach the height of a 3-story building, you are thrust out onto the crossover that is encased with a firm crisscross wire system in every direction, on both sides and overhead. The encasing allows one to see the underlit train station, which is located approximately 50 yards to the northwest. The bridge itself, however, maintains a slight hovering glow due to the sporadic lights festooned along the lower portion of the railing. Rachel turned off Oso Street and onto Jennifer Street, a cul-de-sac of sorts that provides access for automobiles to park in the train station waiting area. It also provides space for patrons of several popular hangouts, including Cafe Roma and a corner convenience store. It was a heavily populated area. She felt safe. Rachel grasped the rust-colored handrail and thought about heading up the stairs. Instead, she walked a little farther and shuffled up the winding handicapped access ramp. The shadows played tricks on her eyes as they cast a shimmering maroon shadow through the rails. The combination of shadows and an inebriated mental state caused Rachel to move at a slow, deliberate pace. Rachel's actions had drawn the attention of a man in the parking lot facing the bridge. He had been sitting in his 1993 blue Ford Ranger pickup truck. He could comfortably hide underneath the shadows